Hello everyone, today I'm going to tell you about the Candy Montgomery case, one of the most notorious love murder cases in American history. This is the story of a housewife who killed her lover's wife with an axe in 1980 and got away with it by claiming self-defense. This case has everything: lies, betrayal, violence, and a surprising verdict. It's a case that still haunts and divides people to this day. So buckle up and get ready for a wild ride as we dive into the Candy Montgomery case. The story begins in Wiley, Texas, a small suburb near Dallas, where two couples lived in the same neighborhood and attended the same Methodist church. Candy and Alan met in 1978 when they were both involved in organizing a church retreat. They soon developed a mutual attraction and began flirting with each other. They exchanged phone calls, letters, and gifts. They planned to have their first intimate encounter at a motel on Valentine's Day, 1979. They met secretly in motel rooms several times over the next few months, spending hours together. They claimed to be in love with each other, but also said they loved their spouses and did not want to hurt them or break up their families. They agreed to keep their affair a secret from everyone. Candy and Alan ended their affair in late 1979. After they realized that their relationship was becoming too risky and complicated. They decided to remain friends and continue working together at the church. They also agreed to never tell anyone about their affair, especially their spouses. On June 13, 1980, Candy Montgomery went to Betty Gore's house to pick up some clothes for a church retreat that they were both attending that weekend. She arrived at around 10:30 and found Betty alone with her infant daughter, Elisa. Betty invited Candy inside and offered her some coffee. They chatted for a while about their plans for the retreat and their families. According to Candy's testimony, Betty suddenly brought up the topic of Alan and asked her if she had ever had an affair with him. Candy denied it at first, but then admitted that she had slept with him several times in 1979. She said that it was over now and that she was sorry for what she had done. She asked Betty for forgiveness and hoped that they could still be friends. Betty did not react well to this confession. She became angry and accused Candy of lying to her and betraying her trust. She said that she knew about the affair all along and that she had proof of it. She said that she had found letters from Candy to Alan in his briefcase, as well as motel receipts and phone records. She said that she had confronted Alan about it and that he had confessed everything to her. Betty then grabbed an axe that was lying on the floor near the fireplace and swung it at Candy's head. Candy dodged the blow and tried to calm Betty down. She said that she did not want to fight with her or hurt her. She said that they should talk things out peacefully. But Betty did not listen to her. She kept attacking Candy with the axe, screaming obscenities at her and calling her names. Candy fought back in self-defense, trying to wrestle the axe away from Betty or knock it out of her hands. The struggle lasted for several minutes and moved from room to room. Candy and Betty both suffered multiple injuries from the axe and from each other's fists and nails. They both bled profusely and left bloodstains all over the house. Eventually, Candy managed to get the upper hand and hit Betty with the axe on the head, neck, and chest. She struck her 41 times with the axe, killing her instantly. She then dropped the axe on the floor and collapsed on the couch, exhausted and traumatized. Candy left the house covered in blood and drove to a friend's house. She did not call the police or report the incident until the next day, when she learned that Betty's body had been discovered by Alan, who had returned home from a business trip. She told the police that she had killed Betty in self-defense and that she was afraid of being arrested or killed by Alan. Candy Montgomery was arrested and charged with murder. She pleaded not guilty by reason of self-defense. Her trial was held in November 1980 at the Collin County Courthouse in McKinney, Texas. It attracted a lot of media attention and public interest because of the sensational nature of the case. The prosecution argued that Candy was a cold-blooded killer who planned to murder Betty out of jealousy and lust. They presented evidence of the affair, such as letters, receipts, and phone records. They also presented evidence of the bloody crime scene, such as photos, fingerprints, and DNA tests. They pointed out the overkill nature of the attack, which suggested malice and intent. They also questioned Candy's credibility and motives, noting her inconsistent statements, her delayed reporting of the incident, and her lack of remorse. The defense argued that Candy was a victim of Betty's rage and paranoia. They presented evidence of Betty's mental instability, such as medical records, psychiatric reports, and testimony from friends and family. They also presented evidence of Betty's violent attack on Candy, such as wounds, bruises, and scratches. They emphasized Candy's fear and panic during the fight, which impaired her judgment and perception. They also appealed to Candy's character and reputation, portraying her as a good wife, mother, friend, and church member. The jury deliberated for 3 hours and returned a verdict of not guilty. They believed that Candy acted in self-defense and that there was reasonable doubt about her intent to kill. They also sympathized with Candy's situation and felt sorry for her. The Candy Montgomery case is one of the most notorious love murder cases in American history. It is a case that still haunts and divides people to this day. Some people believe that Candy was a mastermind who slipped through the cracks of the law, while others think that she was unfairly vilified by the media and the public. What do you think? Do you believe Candy's version of what happened that day? Do you think she deserved to be acquitted or convicted? That's all for today's video on the Candy Montgomery case. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment below with your thoughts on this case. Thanks for watching.